Hello everyone, I'm Joshua. Today I want to talk about Taiwan Oolong and hope you will enjoy this experience. We are one family tea and we are fourth generation in Nantou County in Taiwan. We want to promote Taiwan Oolong to the world and provide high quality Oolong tea. We want to let more and more people to know what is Oolong and to drink the high quality Oolong tea. And today I will talk about the three parts. The first part I will talk about why Taiwanese tea is so special. And second part I will talk about how to making Oolong process. And the final, I will share about how to bring the Oolong tea method. Okay, the first, why Taiwanese tea is special. Uh, I uh, I think we have three characteristics in Taiwan. The first one is terroir, because Taiwan is a small island and we surrounding the sea, so we have warm climate and abundant raining and moisture, so can let the tea tree uh, growing very smooth and growing very well. And in Taiwan, we have many mountains, so different mountains, the oolong tea flavor will different. So for example, we have different altitude. Like in Pingdong, the altitude is 100 meters, and in Nantou we have Lishan, Dayulin. The altitude is very high. It's about 2,500 meters. So in Taiwan, terroir is very special for tea. And second is a cultivar. In Taiwan, we have so many different tea cultivar. Like common cultivar is Qingxin Oolong, and in Hsinchu we have Qingxin Dapang. We also have Sijichun, Guanine. So we have a different cultivar. So use a different material, so we can make in different oolong tea. And the final, I think, is a craft. Oolong tea making oolong tea craft is very unique and special. Oolong tea craft making oolong tea craft is half oxidation, but half oxidation is very difficult to control. So need the method to depends on the time and the experience temperature to making the tea. So this is why Taiwan Oolong tea is special. For example, if you do the lower oxidation, the oolong tea will be like green tea, so aroma will be light. And if you do the traditional way, like Dongding Oolong oxidation, the taste will be obvious, and the tea soup color will also be different. And what is a Taiwan Oolong tea characteristic? We can see Taiwan Oolong tea, the shape is like a curl pearl shape. Yeah, the process will the oolong tea process will make it tight and curled, because we can let the oolong tea be strong, and when we steep in the tea, per each round open can release the flavor. And the second is the oolong characteristic is semi-oxidized tea. For example, like Japanese green tea is no oxidation, and black tea is full oxidation. But Taiwan oolong is semi-oxidation tea. And first, and the special of all is Taiwan Oolong. We have a roasted method. In every farmer, they can use a different method to roasting oolong. For example, like 木栅铁观音, they will use the fabric to cover the oolong and at the same time to roasting the tea. And in Dongding Lugu, they will use the electric or time-based charcoal to roast the tea. So different home-based, different roasting method and different roasting level can make in different flavor. So this is also special. And next page, this page I will talk about the common types of Taiwan Oolong. In Taiwan, actually, we just have one kind of Qingxing Oolong. If you take this Oolong growing in a Dongding, we call it Dongding Oolong. And if we growing in the Alishan, we call it Alishan Oolong. And this cultivar we call it Qingxing Oolong. And we also have a different cultivar, like Hsinchu, Beipu, Emei, we have a Dongfang Meiyun. It's a Qingxing Dapang cultivar, it's different. And we also have a special cultivar, we call it Shijichun and the Jingxuan Oolong. Now in Taiwan, we have maybe total we have 24 or 25 cultivar oolong tea in Taiwan. And this part I will talk about Taiwan Tea Area everywhere. North Taiwan, Middle Taiwan, and South Taiwan. Because every area we have a different characteristic. Okay, for example, in North Taipei, in New Taipei City, Pinling, Shiding, we have Wenshan Baozhong Oolong tea. Wenshan Baozhong is a kind of oolong. This tea is very light oxidation. So many people the first time drink this tea, they will feel this is green tea, but this is oolong. Yeah, and this kind of tea, the shape not very pearl or curl. This is a strip shape. And we can see the tea soup is very light yellow. Yeah. And baozhong is mean this tea we will use the paper to package the tea. So in local resident we call the package. We call this tea is 种仔. So we use the paper to package this tea. So this is 包种 meaning. And next is 铁观音. 铁观音 is come from Taipei木栅. This tea is heavily roasted and deep oxidation. So we can see the tea liquor. The color is very deep, very dark. And special of all, when they roasting this tea, they will cover the fabric and go to the roasted. So this tea taste will a little heavy and a little sour and savory. And next, we go into the Hsinchu. The famous tea is Dongfang Meiyun. Dongfang Meiyun is come from Beipu, Emei Township. The cultivar is Qingxing Dapang. This is a very special tea because the leaf green hopper will beat this tea leaf, and this tea leaf when we oxidize, the tea have a honey scent flavor. And you can see the tea leaf is also strip. Because the green hopper beat the tea leaf cannot grow up. So we can see the bud is white. And this tea have 5 colors: yellow, white, black, red. Yeah. And the deep oxidation, the level is like 70% to 75%. Okay, next one is we going to the Taizhong in middle Taiwan. In this tea area is Lishan Oolong tea. Lishan Oolong tea is a high mountain oolong. The altitude elevation, garden elevation is 2,500 meters. And the famous tea garden is Fushoushan Farm. Fushoushan Oolong in Taiwan is a very famous oolong tea. The tea leaf is very thick, and the aftertaste and aroma is very stronger. I want to share about the special. We can see in Lishan Tea Garden, and we can see the fan in the tea garden. Because in high mountain, especially in winter, the temperature is very low, like 5 degrees Celsius. So in late season, we have a frost. So tea farmer need building a fan to blow the frost, to remove the frost. Because the frost will destroy the tea, so we need use the fan to defend the frost. So this is a very special building in tea garden. Only in high mountain like Taiyuan Tea Area and Lishan Tea Area have a big fan. Okay, next is Taiyuan Oolong tea. Taiyuan is also toppest elevation in Taiwan. The garden elevation will be 2,500 meters. And Taiyuan is located at an intersection of Hualien County, Taizhong, and the Nantou country. So we can see the power point is cross in these 3 country side. Yeah, and there is a toppest road there. So it's a very dangerous and very highest area. And they also have a famous maple tree. So in fall season, autumn season, many people will go there to see the maple tree and take picture. Yeah. And there is very far away from Nantou. Because my hometown is in Nantou. When I go there driving a car, I need to spend about 6 hours to arrive there. And there is very difficult to arrive. And Taiyuan Oolong tea is a very delicious tea. The tea leaf, because of the high elevation, so the tea leaf is very thick, and there is an original forest surrounding the tea garden. So the tea flavor have a strong mountain flavor and the scent. Okay. And next we go to the Nantou Lugu. In Nantou Lugu, the famous tea is Dongfang Oolong. Dongfang Oolong in Taiwan is very famous oolong. Before we have one sentence we call Beiwenshan and Nandongdi. Beiwenshan is mean Wenshan Baozhong, and South Dongding. So Dongding is very famous in initial stage in Taiwan. And Dongding is name is kind of a name of mountain. It's Dongding Mountain. And elevation about 800 meters to 900 meters. Not very high, but this is the first area to grow in the Qingxin Oolong. And famous in Dongding area, the famous village is Fenghuang village. Because before have Lin Fengci, this person they take the Qingxin Oolong from Fujian to grow in there. Yeah, and we can see on PowerPoint we have a Mangjack. But Lugu is mean deer valley because the Japanese think the Mangjack is deer, so give this area name is Lugu. So this is a very interesting thing. And next we go to the Salmon Lake in Nantou. In Salmon Lake have 4 kind of famous black tea. One is Assam black tea. We call it Taiwan Number 8. And the red jet is Taiwan Number 18. And Taiwan Number 21 and the native black tea. These 4 kind of black tea is very famous and very special in Taiwan in Salmon Lake. And in Salmon Lake, have a special local food we call the 茶叶蛋. It's a tea egg, and we will use the black tea to cook egg. So the egg is very delicious. So if you have a chance, come visit to the Salmon Lake, you must try this local food. Okay, I will introduce about 4 kind of black tea in Salmon Lake. So first is Assam black tea. It's Taiwan Number 8. This tea is come from India Japuri cultivar. But in 1973, Taiwan Tea Research government's name of this cultivar is Taiwan Number 8 because they choose they from many Assam black tea and choose one gene is stronger, so they give this name is Taiwan Number 8. And Assam black tea have mild flavor, sweet and mellow. And this tea is very good to making bubble tea, milk tea. The flavor is very good. It's my favorite tea. And next is red jet. It's Taiwan Number 18. Red jet we call its Mandarin name is mean Hong Yu. Because this tea soup, the color is like a red jet, very beautiful, very red, very bright. And this tea have a mint and a cinnamon flavor, very special. We can see the PowerPoint. On the PowerPoint, red jet tea tree, we can see the tea leaf. The circle is a wave. This is a Taiwan Number 18 characteristic. So if I see wave leaf, this is a Taiwan Number 18 characteristic. Very special. And next is Taiwan Number 21. We call it Hong Yun. This tea is combined Keeman and India Kiang variety. And this tea very special, have a lemon flower flavor. This is my favorite black tea. Very have a different scent, fragrance. For me, it's lemon and combine a little light pomelo. So very special and a little sweet. And next is Taiwan native black tea. We can see Taiwan native black tea, the bud is purple color. This is this Taiwan native black tea characteristic. And Taiwan native black tea, also known as 长芽, we call it 长芽because purple color bud is very obvious in the tea garden here. And this tea is very special, a little astringent, but the mellow, the 回甘 is very unique and very delicious. Okay, and now we go into the next page. This page is Sanlingxi Oolong tea. This tea area is in Zhushan Township in Nantou, also in Nantou. So Nantou County is Taiwan Oolong tea quantity the most area we grow in the tea. And Sanlingxi Oolong tea area, this elevation is 1,200 meters to 1,500 meters. And the famous tea garden is 八卦茶园. And the special local food is bamboo rice. Because in this tea area, also growing many bamboo in surrounding this tea area. So we will use the bamboo, cut the bamboo and cooking the rice inside. So I very recommend you have chance must try this local food. And Sanlingxi Oolong is very special. The strong point is their fragrance is different another area. So we can try. If you try, you will like it, like orchid floral aroma. And next is Alishan Oolong Tea Area. This tea area is very famous because this is the first place we grow in the high mountain oolong. Special of all in Taiwan, if tea we call the high mountain oolong, it means your elevation must be over 1,000 meters. So before we talk about Dongfang Meiyun, the elevation is 900 meters. So Dongfang Oolong cannot call high mountain oolong. Must your elevation over the 1,000 meters just can call high mountain oolong. So Alishan Tea Area is the first place we grow in the high mountain oolong. And we want to share about the 爱玉. 爱玉 is kind of fruit seed, and we can see on PowerPoint. We will wash the 爱玉. We will wash this fruit, and this fruit will like become a kind of jelly. It's very delicious. So I also very strong highly recommend you try this local food. Okay, and I want to talk about how to making Taiwan Oolong tea. I want to talk about Taiwan Oolong tea process. The first step is pick up the tea leaves, and we can see on PowerPoint, the farmer, we will wear the knife in the finger. So when we pick up the tea leaf, will be easily and comfortable. And the second, when after the hand pick the tea leaf, we will take the tea to outside and under the sunshine to do the outdoor withering. In this withering process, we will take away some grass scent and remove moisture on the tea leaf, but cannot do too long time. So maybe 30 minutes over 1 hour, depends on the sunshine level, and we will take it to inside. So next is indoor withering. Indoor withering, we will put the tea leaf on the bamboo tray and spray on the bamboo tray. And one bamboo tray may be 5 gin quantity on bamboo tray. And at the same time, the tea leaf start oxidation. So the tea will change the flavor, and more floral fragrance will come out. And for a while, maybe 20 minutes, we will shaking and waving the tea leaf again, but must be very gently and soft, cannot destroy the tea leaf. So, and we will use this machine, we call the Wafer Machine. This step we call the 浪青 and 大浪 and 小浪. This step we will let the enzyme to do more and more oxidize. Let the tea leaf come out more and more floral fragrance. Okay, and when the fragrance is on the top, on the max, this is mean good timing to oxidation. So we need to stop, cannot over oxidation. If over, will become the black tea level. So it's not good for oolong. So we need to stop the oxidation. So we call this step is 炒青. We will use the higher temperature, like 300 degrees Celsius, to kill the enzyme and stop and keep the fragrance inside the tea leaf. And next is rolling. Because the tea leaf have a skin, we need to destroy the skin. Let the tea juice come out, so we can steep in the tea have a more flavor. So we will use this machine to roll it to destroy the tea leaf, let the juice come out. And next, we need to curl. We call it 团揉 because before we see the Taiwan oolong tea is a curl, is a pearl shape. So we need to use this process to make the shape. So we will take the big fabric and put the tea inside and press very tight and spray again and press again. We will repeat maybe 20 and 30 times to making the curl shape. So this step is very difficult and very hard. Okay, so the final we will dry in the oolong tea because we need to make sure less moisture in the tea leaf. So we will use the drying machine or a roasting machine to let the tea have a lower moisture. So special of all, if we use the lower temperature, also can keep the fragrance. So if someone want to the stronger flavor taste, we will use the higher temperature, like 90 degree to the 135 degree, to let the flavor will be more obvious. Okay, this is the whole oolong tea process. And next, I want to share about how to bring the Taiwan oolong tea. Because the key point is because Taiwan oolong is a pearl shape, very tight. So when we steep in the Taiwan oolong, we must use the boiling water, 100 degrees Celsius, to making the oolong tea. Many people will say use the 85 or lower temperature to steep in the Taiwan oolong is wrong. If the oolong tea shape is pearl and the curl, we must use the boiled water to steep in the tea. will be perfect. So I want to share my instruction. I will use the 100 milliliter per 7 grams. So if your teapot is a 120 milliliter, so you can put the 7.2 gram oolong in your teapot. And before the first one, I will rinse the 5 seconds because let the tea open easily. So I will call this round is open round, and we will do the 5 seconds and pour off. And next we just call the first round. In the first round, I will steep in the 55 seconds, and second round is 40 seconds, and third round I will increase the 15 seconds. In second round, you can see I decrease the time because the second round the oolong tea is opening, so tea is touch more and more hot water, so we need to decrease the time. But in the third round, we need increase the timing, let the flavor balance. And total round can steep in 4 rounds to 6 rounds. So different altitude oolong is depends on different altitude oolong will be different round. Maybe Lishan and the Dairy can be 8 or 9 round. So depends on the different area. So this is my experience shared to you. Hope you can try and steep in the good tasting oolong. Okay, thank you for your time. Today I'm very happy and glad to share about Taiwan oolong tea information and knowledge to you. Hope you will like it and enjoy this experience. Thank you.